Fundamental rights and fundamental duties. Learning about our fundamental rights and duties.
The midnight of August 14th, 1947 symbolized the rebirth of a nation after the slumber of centuries and a long struggle for self-determination.
On August 15, 1947, India became independent of the British. A young country with a huge population, varied languages, cultures and traditions, India needed rules and principles to govern this country justly. These rules and principles of governing our country is known as the Constitution. Our Constitution, which is the supreme law of the country, came into effect on January 26, 1950. We celebrate January 26 as Republic Day. India is a democratic country and its citizens are assured certain rights by the Constitution. These rights are known as fundamental rights. Along with these rights, there are fundamental duties too. These rights are not only given to a citizen, but every citizen must perform their duties as well. The first right is the right to equality. Every citizen is equal in the eyes of the law. No one can be discriminated against on the basis of caste, creed, sex, or religion. Right to freedom. Every citizen is free to express his/her thoughts. They can express their opinion on any decision of the government which they do not like. They can assemble peacefully without arms and form unions. They can move about freely in the country and settle down in any part of India. Right against exploitation. No individual can be forced to work against his/her will. Child labor is strictly forbidden, and anyone employing children below 14 years of age can be punished. Right to freedom of religion. Every Indian has the right to follow the religion of their choice. There is no state religion because India is a secular country. Cultural and educational rights. India is a country of many cultures. There are many religious groups like Christians, Sikhs, Muslims, etc. Each group has the right to their own educational institutions and the right to follow their own customs and traditions. Right to constitutional remedies. If any citizen feels that any of their rights have been violated, they can approach a court of justice. The only time when our fundamental rights are suspended is when the President of India declares a national emergency. In addition, the Constitution gives every citizen of India the right to vote. In addition to the fundamental rights, we have the fundamental duties that each and every citizen of India must exercise and practice. Number one, we must abide by the Constitution and respect our national flag and national anthem. 2. We must follow the path of nonviolence and promote harmony. 3. We must value and preserve our rich heritage and culture. 4. We must safeguard public property and protect our country at any cost. 5. We must protect and improve our natural environment and protect our natural resources. 6. We must strive towards excellence in all fields. 7. We must develop a scientific temper. The directive principles of state policy are certain guidelines which the government has to follow while ruling the country. We are not going to study all of them. That's for another class. But here are a few you need to know. Providing free education to children below the age of 14 years. Providing adequate means of livelihood for citizens. Taking care of the weaker sections of society and improving their conditions. Summary. We've learnt our fundamental rights and fundamental duties and even a few of the directive principles of our great nation, India. While studying this, I'm sure we all felt proud that we have such a well-planned and detailed constitution. I'm also sure you are proud to be an Indian today. The key to good practice of these rights is remembering that my right ends where the next person's right begins.